Welcome back. I'm Chris Leffingwell. I am the Director of Sales or something like that at VIP Technology Solutions Group and VIP Voice Services. As y'all are aware, if you've been following our story, we have recently remodeled what was formerly a bank building. And if you've been following it all, you know that process was very successful and pretty smooth. And as a result, we've been interviewing different contractors, different parties that were involved in that. And one of the parties that was involved was the City of Coweta. And Carolyn Back is here with me, and I will let her introduce herself.
As he said, my name is Carolyn Back. I work for the City of Coweta, and I am the Community Development Director. And I also wear another hat over Economic Development Director as well.
So when it hit City Hall, in terms of plans, obviously our architect turned those in, Chad Walker with Rudiment. What was your initial response or initial reaction to just seeing what we were going to do over here?
My initial response was the quality of the plans that we received.
Okay.
And that they were submitted with the things that we needed for having a complete application.
Yeah.
And so I was really impressed with what was going on. And then my personal impression was glad that we're doing some infill projects, that we're taking a building and making it better. So
something that a lot of people don't know and haven't heard is as we were building those, as we were putting together the plans to design this is what the exterior is going to look like and things like that, I called you and I said, hey, can you make an exception? Is there any way, what do I need to do to get this exception made if we get to this point? Because it wasn't so much the cost of the brick that was the issue, it was finding brick that matched this existing exterior, as we talked about. And you said, you don't have to do that because you're not in what you referred to as a PUD. First PUD, what is that?
It's called a planned unit development. And what that is when a developer comes in and they wanted to do something outside the box of our codes, we want to work with them. And so that's the tool that they can use. And so what they do is they write in there what will work, and then we review it as staff, our engineer reviews it, fire reviews it, our city planner reviews it, everybody reviews it, and we say, yeah, I think this will work.
Cool.
So there's a push-pull. We are letting them deviate from the code, but then we are also allowed to go back in and say, can't do that, but what about this?
Early on, I don't even think we had put a shovel in the ground on the remodel part of this. And you called me on a Friday afternoon and you made a comment about our general contractor.
I did.
What was that?
I called you when I was driving. I was driving from work at the end of the day, and I called you and I'm like, whoa, wow, look at your professional fence that's up with all the branding. I love it. And then your silk fencing was up before a shovel went in the ground, and I was like, what? Chris, that's amazing. So I told you I loved your contractor and I didn't even know him.
Along the way, was there anything that stands out in your mind about this particular project that you, maybe just a certain event that you go, wow, I remember this happening or something like that? Is there anything that stands out?
The things that stood out to me were just the professionalism of dealing with your team, whether it be your architect or your contractor or even dealing with you.
You hear stories all the time, oh, I had to work with this city or that, boy, they were really problematic and they were really, and I gotta say, we have not had that thought ever in this process. And so moving into the next project, we just naturally expect great things.
Thank you. That's so nice to hear.
Anything else you want to say about the project?
I love the look of what you did with the building. I don't think we didn't talk about what you did. The building, part of the building was the drive-through area.
Yeah.
And so that got enclosed in, and I was a little uncomfortable with how it was going to look. I was like, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
And you told me you wanted to use metal, and I'm like, that'd be great. And if you could pull the metal back in on the other side, and you did a really good job of pulling your rustic look when you're enclosing your equipment area.
Right.
And you put the fence around it, a shorter fence around it, and that really helped tie in the look.
Yeah.
And so it turned out really nice.
I would love to take credit for all of that design, but I had absolutely no input. And Cripple Creek Construction, Wes Spencer specifically, he does have an eye for design.
The biggest question is, what do your employees think?
They love it. And so again, thank you so much for y'all's involvement and cooperation, being easy to work with, and we'll look forward to the next one.
Thank you. Thank you for being so wonderful to work with. And we loved Cripple Creek. It's awesome.
Good deal. All right, thanks again.
Thank you.